It's week 4 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. Buckle up. There's football coming your way on Sunday night.
Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. Should be a good matchup here, Greg. A couple of playoff teams a year ago that are hoping to take that ultimate step and get to the Super Bowl this season.
And oftentimes, that's the most difficult step, right? You go from being a perennial playoff contender. That's great. But now, how many of these teams can now say, okay, not only are we in the playoffs year in and year out, but we are a legitimate Super Bowl contender in any given season?
Jason Sanders ready to get us started. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
You just hope throughout your career, Mike, that you're not on the wrong end of too many games like last week. So many games in the NFL come down to one score. They're very close. And every once in a while, there are multiple score games where you just can't seem to keep it close. They've got to do a better job keeping pace early, get off to a faster start. They want to have a chance. Come the fourth quarter, this thing's within one score. They're going to feel a lot more comfortable this time around than where they were last week.
They run again with Wright. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one. And down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. We'll go once more with Brooks. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. It'll bring up 3rd down.
39-yard line. That's the game of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's a he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. It is picked up by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay.
Play is under review.
We might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On the zone read, it's a give to Brooks. He'll only be able to get the 47-yard line. Second down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up third and 4.
McCarthy from the gun here on third down. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Another try with Brooks. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down.
Leads to third and 11.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. Quick throw here is complete.
Complete to number 84. A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This a 57-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And the Vikings will take a 3-0 lead.
This is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Head up. This is right. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. Here's a second and 9. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw taken in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Here's the punter now. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw. McCarthy gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Harris, the man in motion. Try the jet sweep, heading right. And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A run out of the gun with Brooks. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pickup there by the back to pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy.
McCarthy's pass. Number 14.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
At the 31-yard line.
On the move, running left, it's Brooks. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They run out of the gun with Brooks. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 10.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Vikings, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead. So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Wright. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down. 3rd and a yard. They'll send a tight end in motion. On 3rd down, they go with Wright. And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play gets him down close, and now it's 1st and goal. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier.
To the pylon, he's in. Galen Wright has a touchdown. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. A 1-point affair, 7-6 is the score. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Give inside, it's Brooks. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing now, it's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jonathan Brooks out of the backfield. And it's going to lead to 4th down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the give, it's right. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Back on the ground and back to right. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Open man, left side, he's got it. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. A give here to Wright. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Jair Brown on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. A carry here for Wright. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Third down and 9. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. The training to look. Step out. First and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On second down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Third and long. To throw is McCarthy. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Here's Torrey Taylor now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin here on the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he tried to get away, but he can't break free, and that is going to be a safety. So first, the decision to throw down here, backed up near your own goal line, and the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's McCarthy. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. On second down, it's Brooks. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll try and run it with Brooks. He's going to have a Vikings first down. His defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain on 3rd and 2.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now McCarthy. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
On second down, here's McCarthy. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Here's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's Brooks. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down.
That's a great job defensively. The goal of every defense in the NFL is to accomplish one of two things: turnovers, force field goals. In this case, the big 3rd down stop is most likely going to lead to the latter. Really nice job there in the red zone.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Vikings add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. To the right side here. Pass is caught.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The Vikings offense and running back Jonathan Brooks coming out for their next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. On the zone read, it's a give to Brooks. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. The defense has got it.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, but it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll lead to a second down. They motion the slot man left. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield. Third and long. They'll look to throw. He'll get this out to the left flat. Well, that is a fitting end to this drive. Nothing works. He loses yardage on third down. Here comes fourth down. Here's their punter now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Oh, a miss hit there, off the side of his foot. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. That's into the hands of his receiver, Hyatt. A gain there of 15. It'll be a Vikings first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. It felt like they needed a touchdown. Greg, in the worst way, after getting those early field goals to find the end zone. Big boost for this offense.
And it felt like they really needed it, as you said, Mike, to come away with 3 previous drives ending in field goals and not being able to cross it over the goal line for 6. It starts to wear on you as an offense. You start having a little doubt, saying, hey, can we finish any of these drives? Now they finally do, and we can expect this to kind of start to roll throughout the rest of this game.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. He'll drop to throw. We'll go right back to Harrison. He's got him again. Now the offense will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football, as we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Caleb Williams, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. From there, we head to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jaden Daniels, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. And finally, on Monday Night Football, they've got a good one lined up between the Houston Texans and the Buffalo Bills. The Vikings got a good performance in the first half from their quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And it has been a rough night at the office. We go through the highlights. They are really lowlights. Relentless pressure. Receivers unable to get open. They cannot connect in the passing game. It has been a night to forget for the quarterback. Play action now. It's McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
This one taken in by Hyatt. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's 3rd and 7.
McCarthy from the gun here on third down. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. A fair catch signal and taken at about the 18-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and Everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. He's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. That's going to bring up 4th down.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
On 4th down, out comes the punter. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Vikings offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and
in trouble. Down he goes.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
He has Hyatt complete. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This from 34 yards. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Vikings will extend their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Now an opening past the 30. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They bring the tight end in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Looks to throw. He's got his man. It's Harrison. And he will get into the end zone. Marvin Harrison Jr. for the score. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The PAT, up and good. And the visitors draw closer here. It's 21-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Brooks. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They send him right out of the slot. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. A carry now for Brooks. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. That one on the center, Creed Humphrey. To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. That's to the sideline and pulled in by Harrison.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
There's that man again. Another catch.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw. He runs with it.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up first and goal.
And looked like he may have had a lane, but the defense shut it down quickly. He did not get in. It'll be second down. They'll try to run this one in. And he will dive into the end zone for the touchdown. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
So back to level after the touchdown, in time for the kickoff. This returnable from the 4. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. That's caught downfield by Harrison. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8.
It's second and 8.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On play action, here's McCarthy. And he's in. Jalen Hyatt, touchdown Vikings. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
The previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. Sanders here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings go up by 7, 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and Marvin Harrison Jr. getting set for their next drive. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now a give up the middle. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. He'll drop to throw. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now, faking the give. They'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
2nd and 7. They'll turn and hand this one off. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Back to throw. That is brought in at the 10. 10 catches now in the game. They've gone his way early and often. That one for a 1st down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Now a give on the ground, and the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up. And he'll take it on in. Brock Bowers, touchdown. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter. And now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that one, a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
To the air once more is McCarthy. He keeps it himself. They get 22 yards there. 1st down, Minnesota.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting 1st downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. Quickly to the outside and complete. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
We'll go once more with Brooks. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. We'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
A return now from the 4. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
To the air now on 1st and 10.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Tight end going in motion here. He'll look to throw. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his big tight end. Brock Bowers has a touchdown. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
No problem there on the extra point. And the visitors have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down. Here's a designed run. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. There's that man again. Another catch. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage. And that is it. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. And the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And this is not going to do it. The defense comes through here in the final minute, and it may just be enough to get them a victory.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, it's a win for our visitors. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. A game they really did struggle in. It looked like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Minneapolis.